So here's a bed of salt, which like down in Texas, that's where salt migrates upwards. We've got salt, which is kind of a strange substance, but it's migrating through other rocks and causing those rocks to bend. We have talked about, this country has talked about storing our nuclear hazardous waste in salt domes. I was thinking, does that make sense? They migrate. We're not doing that, but that was one of the things, because they migrate, and so they actually will encapsulate any waste that we would store there. Massive, barrel after barrel after barrel of storage. But the thing we're doing it really was something that we really researched doing. We're not talking nuclear waste right now. We are talking oil. So here is salt up here that is migrating upwards. It's caused the shale and the sandstone beds to bend. The water that does not go in, so it's trapped in that corner between the salt and the shale. But to be able to find that oil, in here and miss every oil bed. I mean, like this rig right here, he could drill down this one, he could get tired right there and never gets anything. This one, he could have missed it. Yeah. I used to see diagrams of all the places, all the different ways of oil wells going into a salt dome area, and every one of them missing. Yeah. Just a drawing. They do hit also. So here is a diagram from the Oklahoma-Texas border right here down to the Gulf Coast of just what is below the surface. This is Oklahoma. This is the Gulf. And then some beds are the purple. We're showing how they're migrating it. So this is the area we're researching to try to find the oil around those. We're researching and pumping. Salt dome areas, this blue area here. This is what a lot of oil wells are in the area where the blue is. We have other salt beds, but not with the oil. And underneath Detroit, it's a big bed of salt underneath there. We have a salt area in Kansas. Even been to the salt mine in Hutchinson, Kansas. I got to do that a couple spring breaks ago. They've been planning for a long time. It's a commercial facility that they open. It's still mining, but they have part of it that they have it for people to go down and see what it looks like to see salt underground that they're mining out. It's still in the walls. It's kind of interesting to see it. I like going in mines. This wasn't as interesting as an iron mine or something like that, but it was interesting. And also just, salt. Here's some of the sounding devices that they're using to try to find the structures. We don't find these structures everywhere. We do not have very many inclines here in Missouri. And this is what the geophysicist gets. He gets these, it used to be on paper, now I'm sure it's all digital, but they'll get these little squiggly lines, and they've got to figure out, is that squiggly, is that oil, or is that water? Or is it nothing? You've got to just figure it out. So experience, lots of that. And those are geophysicists that do that. This is showing that here in this oil area, where they're pumping out the oil, it's not just oil. We have all these sand grains that the oil is in the pore spaces between. The oil is the green. So we have lots of water. I'm going to pass this around. Try not to shake it. This is the oil from a county up north of Missouri. And it's beginning to settle out a little bit where you can see some of the water that's in there when they pumped it out. And I don't know if they actually that is the water from the well itself, but they wanted to show that. And so it's there. I also have some oil from the wells around Longview Lake. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, so we'll have natural gas in there, and oil, so they're pumping out all that water, the oil, and the natural gas all being pumped out at the same time. And, just, sandstone. This is sandstone. We're trying to get the oil that is in between these little grains and coax it out of there. That's what we're doing. And it's not in a big lake. They always say a reservoir. It's not like a lake. It is in between the little grains. So here's where a site where they are pumping out both the oil and the natural gas. But the quantity of natural gas was not high enough, so they're flaring it off. You'll see a lot of oil wells that will have flares of gas nearby. A lot of times I'm quite concerned that pipes are very high sometimes. I think that's pretty low, flaring gas, natural gas, but it is. Was a law passed at one time that they couldn't do this anymore, but I know they are still doing this. That law must have been rescinded or only talk about certain areas. I'm not sure how that works, but if you go through Kansas, they guys send through Kansas, they're flaring a lot of those wells there. But if the natural gas is in quantity that is collectible and usable, they wouldn't be wasting the resource. They would be pumping and making money. Here's a driller rig to drill the hole. Here's one that's out offshore. These things are massive. Once they get totally built, makes a whole city there. People stay there for I don't know the time frames I used to know, so a month at a time, they'll have this whole crew to go in, stay in hospitals and everything on these. They use heavy discharge permits because we produce waste, liquid waste that gets discharged after being treated into the ocean. But the whole cities that are basically on the ocean, on our man-made islands. This is more showing the drilling. This is, well, the other ones are showing, well, this is the actual drilling, where there's a drill bit at the bottom. It has strings of casing. They have to keep adding more strings because they're only 10 to 12 feet long. So you keep adding them, and the drill bits wear out. You have to pull it all up. And hopefully you're not doing it by hand. You're pulling it all up and change the bit. It's the cutting tool. And put a new one on there and then start the process over again. It's, we have cooling muds in there to keep it cool because you've got this big ground. It's going to be creating a lot of heat. There's drilling muds that have barite. It's a mineral that some of you have identified already. A lot of you call it talc when you look at your minerals, your non-silicate minerals. And I said it wasn't talc, that was a barite. So it's a heavy mineral. It helps hold the drilling muds into the well. And it helps keep it cooled down. Here's the different sizes. And this is size for the motion one, so massive. Some of these we have they'll have braces on them, and not just the metal. They'll be like garnets, industrial grade garnets. Possibly some industrial grade diamonds in them too, because it'll be harder rock, harder to cut through. We can have directional drilling. So if you need to go underneath the city, you can put your drill rigs outside the city. Although I have one of the videos I have on this PowerPoint is some that are right in one of the California cities. They have all these drill rigs all over town, and just they try to hide them, but you can't hide them. Always wondered, okay, I own this mining lease. Is someone else doing directional drilling from the other side and pulling down my mining lease? I don't know. I'm sure they keep track of that quite closely. Oil is hard to get out of the water, out of the ground. So there's a lot of secondary secondary recovery that occurs, but it's even primary, where we have to inject water into the formation in order to coax it out, water, make steam, to coax the oil out of the sandstone and push it to the well. A lot of the Kansas wells are all secondary recovery wells.
I guess the first time they can get through and get it out, but then after it stops producing, then they start doing the injections to coax it out more. And here's one of those wells. This is a better example of what I was showing you, where we have well casing and cement, all around it, goes through all the fresh water and way down deep, and then they'll have perforated well casing there for the oil to go in. Back when we used to drill wells, and oil would just come out just like if we used to see movies where they had oil and the oil would be flying up into the air, some of those black and white movies. But that doesn't happen much anymore. But this is what we have done. It's called a Christmas tree. And it's put on those flowing wells to control it so we don't lose any of that product. We have lots of pipelines throughout the country that's moving the oil. This is showing them coming from Canada down to different places where we have refineries. Cushing is a big one down here, several refineries. Illinois, I guess we have refineries over here. We don't have one here in Missouri. If you all remember the old Armco, we heard about the old Armco refinery that we had in Sugar Creek. Not familiar with it? No, okay. When I first moved here, people talked about, I think it may be closing down when I first moved here. But right in Sugar Creek, around Independence, we had a refinery right there. There's another refinery over further in Kansas, not Johnson County, but a little further out. This is a pipeline in Alaska. This is not the way pipelines normally are. But in Alaska, we had certain different situations there where the soil is permafrost. It stays frozen all the time. And we want it to stay frozen. And we learned it the hard way. We put a pipeline in there that had hot oil going through it, going from the north slope, from north of Alaska, going through Alaska, and needing to go to the ocean at the south end of Alaska. And it was melting the permafrost, making a swamp. It was not good. They had to come up with another system. So a lot of the areas, they'll have it raised, and these towers there, those are things that help distribute the heat from the oil so it doesn't cause any heat flow. That used to be a really major source of oil for our country. This is right here. Now, after we refine that oil, its product, it has to go places. And so we have pipelines all over the place going from the refineries to where it needs to be used. And natural gas. This is just a little tiny bit of the natural gas pipelines that are all over the country. Do not dig, or have anybody else dig on your property without calling 1-800-DIG-RIGHT. Have someone come out. They will mark all the utilities so you don't hit something with a piece of metal and hit a metal pipe and go, ooh, we don't want that. So find these pipelines before you dig. Before someone digs for you. I was doing some work done on driveway. They hadn't caught it. They had to dig both the driveway and pull out the side. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to happen, but the contractor didn't do it, so that was surprising. over here, just how business works. Return on energy investment. Amount of energy extracted versus it's a ratio to the amount of energy extracted to the amount of energy it takes to extract it. We want the first part to be a higher number than the second number. And like we have a 2-to-1 ratio. That's 2/1. That's what means 2. If you have a 1-to-2 ratio, that's not good. You're using more energy to get the energy out. This is costly. This is a tiny bit of profit. So it's a profit realized versus the cost to produce it, or and then there's a 1-to-1, there is no profit. Yes.
Thought of a funny joke. Can I say it?
You clean today?
Why did the geologist break up with his girlfriend?
No.
Because she took him for granted. Were you so funny? Well,
Okay. I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, so just remember the EROEI, I never remember those letters. Energy return on energy investment is a ratio. You want the first number to be higher than the next number. And this is, oil. This works for anything, but with oil. The oil is owned really by the companies. It's not owned by us. The companies they're leasing it from somebody, but the oil themselves, they're leasing the land, and the oil belongs to them. So they are responsible if they are going to be pumping. Yeah, they have the cost of to pump it out, and they get profit of what they can sell it for. It doesn't work that way in every country. Some countries, it is the country that owns the oil, and that's what they get their revenues from, or from the oil. Saudi Arabia, they have to have a certain price break in order to take care of their economy. If they don't get enough, if it's not high enough, if it's low, they're going to not be producing, because it's going to cost them more than what it takes than what they need. We had an energy crunch a few years ago, and talking to the company that gave me these things, I said, what's going on? And are you still pumping? He said, well, we're pumping some of our wells just to keep a little bit coming, but we're pumping at a loss. And we've let a lot of people go. And so the last ones hired were no longer working there. And, but they had to keep something going, a little bit of it, so that it was costing. They definitely weren't doing any more drilling. They were only pumping what they had, and not all of them. Okay. Resource versus reserve. Boy, it is a hard time. Hard for me to remember. What is the difference between a resource and a reserve? It sounds the same. Resource. It is everything out there. That is, we're talking about oil, we're talking iron, whatever we're talking about. The total amount of the geological material in all the deposits discovered and undiscovered. And that number doesn't change. It just stays the same. So it's very big, discovered and undiscovered. We don't know what this undiscovered. How do we know that? That's in part of the definition. Reserve. This is the important word. This discovered deposits of geological material, like oil, that are economically and legally feasible to recover under present circumstances. Okay. Economically, well, if the price of oil that they're selling the oil for drops, and they can't make a profit, it's not economical, so it's not a resource, or not a reserve anymore. Or if the laws change, and you cannot mine in that area anymore. There's a place
And it's a back and forth on what the situation is. I didn't check current status. There's some uranium mines outside of Yellowstone, or not Yellowstone, Grand Canyon National Park, way outside, but they are there. And sometimes it's not legal to know, other times it is legal, depends on our political situation, on whether or not it's legal to mine there. So sometimes they are reserved, sometimes they are not.
That's crazy.
This number does change. It goes up, it goes down. So reserve has to be economical, it has to be legal to produce it there. So reserve, total reserve can go down if material is mined. That reserve quantity is going to go down. Area is legally banned from continued mining, then it's going to go down because we can't mine that one area anymore. Or the value of the material goes down, therefore it's too expensive to mine it. It's a low EROEI cost. It costs more to mine than the profits received. To have an increase, we discovered new reserves. Or the laws change and allow new mining in certain areas. Or we develop new technologies. That's what's really happened a lot with our oil. Because our reserve of oil was going down with our conventional methods of pumping out oil, but they have gone up when we have developed new technologies. We can now, we have figured out how to get oil out of this. We've got the technology where we can do it. We can't get all of it out. But there is oil, if there was oil in here, we can get it out. If we can go down to certain areas and get oil out of this that we can't pump out, but we can find, we have other methods of getting out, different way of pumping it out. We've got new technologies to mine from oil shales and oil sands. So our reserve levels are much, much higher when technologies were developed. Let's see. Seems like this is not doing what I need it to do. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Does not have I want the map. Let's see if I've got a map in here. Okay, this is an old map. We'll use it. Where the reserves are around the world. 1.7 trillion barrels worldwide, and this is data that's 11 years old. But the highest concentrations of it, right here in Venezuela, I think it's offshore there, and then Saudi Arabia. This would be for conventional sources. So the highest amount, we have Canada, and that would be non-conventional sources there. And then over here, U.S. is down here, the ranked in third area, right here. So just where the oil is, it's distributed in different places. The yellow is where, now the gray is where we have no idea.
years ago we didn't. Here's by state where we have oil. Largest quantities, Texas, this is the lower, oh, there's Alaska, there's up here. The Alaska, it's, the rivers, the amount's been going down. It used to be where, I don't know the current situation, but it used to be, in Alaska, they weren't paying sales tax, or state property tax, or some taxes they weren't paying, they was sales tax. Because the oil companies were funding so much of all the state operations, because they were highly taxed on the oil. But as the number goes down, and how much is being produced, the revenue goes down, and so they need to find new sources, whether or not they switch over to new sources, I cannot check. Other locations that are very important for our country would be the Gulf of Mexico, so offshore, a lot of drilling there. North Dakota, this would be primarily oil shales that are up here, New Mexico. California has quite a bit, but I guess the quantities are not near the amount. There's Missouri, they say zero. That's not true. We have spent oil that's produced here every year. We have a state oil and gas commission. We have people in the state that work on it. We do produce some, but the numbers have been going down. They're showing our oil field right there. We have it here. Well, I showed you the picture of some of the oil at Longview. We also have natural gas around. Jackson County is, I'm getting this information in this miracle. Cass County, Jackson County, there's natural gas below. It's not being produced commercially, but people who own properties in certain locations, they can actually drill down to these reserves and they can pump out natural gas and use it in their own homes. It's dangerous, you gotta do it correctly. They put a scent in it because natural gas is unscented. So the natural gas we have in our house, they put that rotten egg smell to it so that if it leaks, we smell it. If you have your own natural gas well, you do the same thing. You want to know if it's leaking. But there are some wells in Jackson County and in Cass County, which is the county south of here. That's natural gas that we're talking about. You know, showing the biggest amounts here. Alaska's showing quite a bit there. And this was the 2013 data. Natural gas yields. There's a whole lot here. A lot that's in the oil shales that are up here. There's some gas shales. Offshore, lots of oil areas that we're pumping. Reserves are there. There it is. The next thing I want to talk about, I want you all really listening for this, and I can see that a lot of you are about shocked. I'm thinking we might just stop here on slide 60. I mean, really mess me up on the next class period. Really, we've got 25 minutes. Yeah, some of you all are just not with me anymore. And I want you to really understand this petroleum reserve, how important that reserve is. And other reserves that our country have that are very important for the defense of our country. The petroleum reserve is important for all of us so that we can get to school. So we are gonna take a quick quiz Write your name on a piece of paper and turn it in. Give me a little piece of paper.
Really? Care that she's
It won't be a full quiz. You get some points for being.
Care that she's the happiest, sir.
I had another idea, but you can't handle that today, you know. Although, any
Chat, we're almost done, chat. Let's go.
you don't eat on I-70 right now. This is the bad time. Wait until 3:20 before you get there. 3:10.
I can't find it.
There's three friends there.
I'm trying to get them actually, babe. I'm trying to get you fast, babe.
And we'll see you next Thursday. We'll see you on Tuesday.
What's the quiz? The quiz is just to write our name.
It's a blessing, though. Something good's happening this weekend. I'm trying to get them right, so, babe. I'm trying to run shit up, trying to get shit fast, babe.
Chat, we're making a song this weekend. I'm gonna produce a beat. Fuck it. Should we do beats live? What do you think? I got a drum maker at home. Should we make a beat? Just don't turn in the quiz. Just don't turn in the paper with your name on it. We come back next week and it's like failed. The whole class. Everyone went silent for a second, then she went. Dude, I didn't think I was gonna do it, and then I was like, fuck it, dude, I have to say this. It's so corny, but it was good, bro.
The jokes are supposed to be corny.
100%. There's another one that he posted. He was like, why did the geologist break up with the with the volcano? It's like the relationship was on the rocks. I was like, hey, yo, this guy's got jokes. This guy's got jokes. Hell no. Oh, no. Somebody said pull the hose. Where's Tupac? Are you tripping? My bad, my bad. We out early. It's over. Hell is over. We're going home. It's a weekend.
You gotta go on her. Look at those idiots still in class.
I'm gonna talk to a guy tonight. I might fly to LA this weekend. Yeah, I might. I might go home and try and sell something and fucking get a book a flight tonight.
What are you gonna sell?
I've got hella Pokemon cards. I was just gonna see you.
Sell them off.
See ya.
Sell them off. Go to LA.
Go to a party, fucking live it up, live it up. Stream while driving, do a long stream. I'm probably not gonna stream while driving, my phone's about to die. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I'll play Siege once I get home, but it might be a while. I think we're going fishing. Perfect day to go fishing, bro.
Today?
Hell yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it's a good day
75
today.
outside.
It's not a bad day.
Go crappie fishing.
Catch a shark.
We're gonna do a catch and cook. Motherfucker catch and cook, chat.
Bro.
Oh, the other kid. I'm gonna fucking stay here for a second. Shit, gotta give him some room. Damn it, stream while fishing. No, I can't. My phone's about to die, bro. You tweaking. Bro said get a fishing license. There's a 70% chance there's gonna be a game warden there. 100%. Can you tell me about some vulgar words? No, bro. I'm not putting you on. Chat, you can put yourself on. Look it up on Chat GPT.
What do they want?
Bro's just yapping. My Sigma chat. Am I Sigma or a Maxi? Am I mogging him? W Mog. Our chat, we're going to catch ourselves a damn 7-pound bass tonight. W Edger. Wow, guys. W edging streak. Can you give me the number of the guy who's with you at this time? He's so handsome. How old are you?
15.
Huh?
15. Give me my dick card.
Chill. Used to ride around that Toyota Sequoia. 2 Sigmas. How old am I? I'm 21, brother. He's not 15. He's fucking around. Damn, I almost ran into that shit. His name's Rock. If you know, those who know from the last stream about Rock, only the real ones know about that shit. Waiting for the Miami video. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna go home and do a few final tweaks, and then I'll throw it up probably tonight for premiere, so you guys can bookmark it and whatnot. I'll do a stream once I throw it up. I'm gonna get the rest of the day. I'll see you, brother.
Have a good time fishing, bro.
I will. Have a good day, bro. Waiting for Miami to mention his IG. I cannot, bro. I cannot mention his IG. Y'all are tripping. What's up, Remy? How's your day? How's your day been, bro? A contact him what? Him straight? What are you talking about? Chill. Hell begging. About to go on a hike. Today's a good day to go on a hike. I don't know where you're from though, so I guess it's a good day here to go on a hike for sure. Where's Tupac? Why you keep asking that? Who's Tupac? Are you talking about the rapper? Or are you talking about somebody that's usually in my lives? I'm so fucking confused. What in the hell? What in the hell? Yo, guys, once we hit 1,800 subs, I'm giving away money. Hella money. Not hella money. Like $10. Free money, though, chat. free money glitch just dropped. It's called subscribe to Spencer's YouTube channel. Dreadful Nick, I can't just give it straight to you, man. Can you hear me now? You can? All right, bet. Let's go. My mic always cuts out for some reason when I plug it into the car. It's fucking stupid, chat. It's a beautiful day. It's like 75 degrees outside. All right, chat. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to make another stream later. I got to go fish. I'm going to do yeah, I'll see what Colin's doing. But do you guys want a dual stream here? Let's run a poll real quick for everybody that's in here. We're ending the Miami poll. Dual stream with Colin, guys. Dual stream with Colin tonight. Final poll before I end this live, chat. Final poll before I end this live, chat. Final poll before I end this live, chat. Everybody go vote. Everybody vote down below. I'm gonna end this live at 5 votes. Everybody go vote right down below, brother. Everybody go vote down below, chat. I'm trying to get them racks to the babe. I'm trying to see it. Alright, babe. Chat, the traffic sucks. Look, chat. How am I ever gonna get out, chat? Everybody go vote on the poll. Everybody go vote down below. All right, chat, we're going for it. W. Everybody go vote down below, chat. We're ending the stream at 5 votes. Once we get the 5 votes, we're ending the stream, chat. Hey, yeah, baby. Everybody who's coming in here, make sure you vote in the poll. Go down and vote in the poll. Vote in the poll, guys. Go down and vote in the poll, chat. I need your votes, chat. I need your votes. Ah! We're ending the live at 5 votes. Everybody go vote down below. Five votes or 5 minutes. One of the two. Everybody go vote in the poll. Guys, vote, 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 vote. Buddy's eating. Everybody go vote in the poll right now. We lit. It's lit. It's right down here. Can I produce you 5 beats? 5 beats. I can try and produce you one. I don't even know if I can produce 1 beat. Chad, I'm not that good. I may have a drum machine, but I ain't good at making beats. I never said that. Hey, everybody vote in the poll down below. Let me know if I should do a dual stream tonight. Right here, chat. Right here. And make sure you guys subscribe. I'm dropping a video tomorrow, and I'm giving away money at every 100 subscribers we gain. So I think we're like 75 out from the next giveaway. Oh my God, bro. Kansas City traffic is crazy, you know. This is nutty, chat. How much am I charging for beats? I don't care. I mean, you throw me a price, bro. I'm not too worried about it. If I can, I mean, I don't even know if I can produce you a beat. You know what I mean? So I'd like to try, and if you like it, you can buy it. You know what I mean? Chat, go and vote below in the poll. We're at 4 votes. I'm ending live at 5 votes. I'm gonna do a live stream later, chat. Everybody go vote down below. I'm just trying to get them racks, little baby. I'm trying to run shit up, trying to shit get bad, baby. I'm trying to think I'm bluff. Very rough. Everybody go vote in the poll, guys. Drive around that Toyota Sequoia. Everybody go vote in the poll, chat. We need W voters in the poll, chat. All right, chat, we're at 5. 5 votes, chat. We're at 5 votes. Keep it going. Keep it going, chat. You know what? We will do a long stream. Why not? Why not? We've been live 45 minutes. Why not stay on another 15 to 30? If we get to 10 votes by 3:10, I'll go live until 4. That gives you guys an extra 50 minutes. If we get 10 votes. www. Yo, what's up, Solar? How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good. I just got out of class. I'm doing great, bros. I'm tired. How about now? How about now? I know I'm not muted now, chat. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Trying to run shit up, trying to get shit fast, babe. Just ride around that Toyota Sequoia. There's a op. There's a op next to me, chat. The cops are next to me, chat. We gotta lay low. I'm just kidding. I'm good now. We can hear you now. I understand it now. I understand it now. I understand it now, chat. What y'all up to? Let me know how your day's been. House of the Road movie? Yes, bro, what? Bro, what? What you talking about, bro? What is up, chat? How are we doing? We're going home and we're going fishing. We're going fishing. Your teacher looked like gridlock. Hey, I got my friend to record that joke. I'll post it as a short. Damn, chat, my neck hurts from streaming. Watching on the road, not streaming is dangerous. Please safe drive. My car drives itself, chat. See, it's got lane assist. If I let go of it, it literally steers itself. So I'm chilling. Video has 230 views. Yo, baby. Yo, we got 10 views, but it was at 311. I'll stay on for like 10, 20 minutes though, for sure. I'll stay on till I get home. We do not have that much subscribers. What do you mean? You have 16? Hey bro, that's a start. That's a start. I'll put you on some sauce. Look at my shorts. All you gotta do is post a short, right? Put a sound over it that you think is doing really well. So go to the trending tab and put a sound on it. You wanna trim the sound so it fits your video. And then in your description or in your title, all uppercase. Put bro really did that, and then put like exclamation mark, question mark, exclamation mark, question mark, and then space hashtag shorts and post it. I guarantee you it gets 1,000 views. $10 votes for this stream, bros. Let's go. How's it looking? 100% yes. 100% yes on dual streaming, chat. Y'all want to see it? All right, bet. If you guys want to see it, then we'll make it happen. We're gonna end that poll. We're gonna ask you guys another one. Start poll. Miami video chat. Should we post it early or should we post it late? Tomorrow's Friday. Let's see. Bro's not gonna pull me over. Bro is not gonna pull me over. Bro doesn't have the balls to pull me over. Chad, do we want it at 3 p.m. Central Time or do we want it at 5 p.m. Central Time? You're going to Miami. Chat, I'm back. I'm better than ever. I'm about to go get something to eat though, so I think I'm gonna get off here. Thank you guys for joining. I'll be on later, chat.